A good lot of you have got in contact with me asking me to cover certain Gig Performer topics. So I've decided to extend the beginner's guide a few videos. Everybody say, yay! In this video, we're going to talk about Rackspace Variations. Now, if you've watched videos 2 and 3 already, you should already have a basic understanding of how Gig Performer works with its wiring view and panels view. Basically, a Rackspace variation is just a snapshot of all those widgets that you've set up in the panels view. So let me explain with this very, very simple Rackspace. We have a piano. That piano sound, incidentally, is one that comes with Gig Performer. Really quite nice. So we have that piano, and on the other side, we have some strings from Contact. Now, I've already mapped these to my controller. As you can see, the faders are going up and down. So let's say we want to make a variation. The first variation is just going to be that piano sound. So all we do is turn the volume down on the strings, like you would in a live situation, and you just got your piano. Okay, sorted. Let's head over now to that Rackspace and right-click and choose New Variation. Not Rackspace or anything like that, just a new variation. You'll see now another little grey variation title block thingy come up. We can name it, so let's call it Piano and Strings. And note also we can actually assign a program change number to these individually. I'll cover that in another topic. Right, so now we have two variations. We have piano and strings, but there's no difference between the two of them yet. All we need to do to make a variation is just simply move the widget. Simple as that. So let's put the strings up halfway and play. We have made a variation. Now, if I use my arrow keys on the keyboard, which you can map, by the way, to a controller or a foot switch or whatever, you can see when I change variations here, the widget automatically snaps to that value. Variation 1, piano. Variation 2, strings and piano. So in essence, that's how variations work. However, let's level it up a little bit. Let's look at this Rackspace here. Now, wow, there's a lot more widgety things going on here, a lot more controls, right? And if we head to the wiring view here, it's a little bit more complicated. We have, yes, the piano sound. This one comes with Gig Performer, by the way. That one there, keys of the 70s. We have strings from Contact 8. We have a sound from the Triton. It's a really nice plugin. And we have a sound from Cherry Audio called Lowdown. You can also see in the audio path of the piano, I've got a compressor. And also in the audio path of the piano, I've put a reverb. And in the audio path of the strings, I've put another reverb. So let's head back to the panels view. We have that piano, but now you can hear some reverb. And I have mapped some of these. So that's the reverb mix. Let's head down the variation to piano and strings. Watch the screen. Things start to change. Now we have piano and strings. Also added a little extra control on the strings. It's kind of like a filter. Very subtle, but beautiful. So that's another control that we can snapshot. Now I've divided this panels view up into 3 sections for good reason. The first one here, basically I've just nicked from one of the Gig Performer free templates, just to give me the title and everything. I'm not actually using any of these knobs just now, however you can. The second panel here are widgets that I've mapped to my controller. So you can see I'm moving things around and the knobs are mapped to my controller as well. Now, like I said before, any mappable parameter in the wiring view that you've mapped with a widget, you can take a snapshot of. However, you don't necessarily have to map that to your controller. Now, this is really good to know if you've got a MIDI controller that doesn't bless you with a lot of physical controls, knobs and buttons and sliders and all that. Like to the Nords, for instance, great keyboards, but in terms of external control, kind of lacking. You've got a little external section with one knob. But you don't need to map the widgets to your controller. You just need to map a widget to one of your plugin parameters. That means you can snapshot it. You following me? Now, if you see this bottom panel here, this lower one here, these are widgets just the same as they are here, but none of these are mapped to my physical controller. They're just mapped to the plugin parameters in the wiring view. For instance, if we take that compressor, I'll try and keep this up on screen while I flip back to the panels view. There we go. This is mapped to the bypass of that plugin, so it switches the plugin on and off. When I click that, you can see the bypass is switching on and off, but not mapped to my controller at all. Now keep an eye on that compressor plugin. When I change variations to the next one, which is called piano compressed, it switches on that compressor. Now compressed piano is very, very popular these days. If we head back to the standard piano variation, it switches the compressor off and we've got full dynamic range. Very subtle, but really, really powerful. Let's head back to the wiring view. You can see I've got a 4-channel stereo mixer controlling the volumes of all of those plugins. Let's head back to the panels view. Now keep an eye on the compressor and the mixer. If I click on Coldplay right now, the compressor turns on, and on 5 and 6 here of the mixer, it brings up the volume of the connected plugin, in this case, the Triton. So this gives us a completely different sound. So the last variation is piano, strings, and sub. And you can see if I scroll back up and down, everything changes yet again. The channel controlling the volume of the lowdown synth has now came up. And now we've added a nice sub sound. So that's the basics of Rackspace Variations. Really simple, but really powerful. Obviously, this doesn't just apply to keyboard players. It applies to everybody that makes up Rackspaces. Guitarists, you'll find this super handy. If you've got like stomp boxes and all that in a Rackspace, or multi-effects and all those types of things, you can turn off and on control levels and all that kind of stuff with just one flick of a switch. Really, really powerful. And it's all seamless too. So that is Rackspace Variations. Didn't take long, did it? See you in the next one.